I guess this is KENZIE Island, USA. What's good, everybody? Thank you all so much for clicking on the video. I really appreciate it. We are here today to talk about Love Island USA Season 8, Episode 20. I don't even have a name of this episode, okay? I am really enjoying the show. I want to hurry up and get this review out. I wanted to come down here put the review out a little bit earlier, but my time got messed up. But I did take notes, and so let's go ahead and do it. Okay, so it's the day of the temperature rising challenge, but it was right after the temperature rising challenge. We got Kata and Shay. They ended up having a chat, and Kata asked Shay, did he want his spouse to be close with the family, right? And he said, sure. Me, I want my spouse to get along with my family, but I don't ever want it to be a scenario to where me and my spouse are on the outs and this motherfucker's still coming around.
Get out! Get the fuck out!
I don't want it to ever be that cool. I couldn't be, what is a Kourtney Kardashian and Scott Disick? Kids are not. I don't ever want it to be a scenario to where me and my spouse break up and they still invited to Thanksgiving and Christmas and shit like that where I can't even bring nobody else around. I don't want it to be like that. I want y'all to be cool enough to where when we break up, you done. I don't ever want my mama to think that my spouse is her son. You know what I'm saying? You know how people do. And also, too, there are scenarios, I have seen scenarios with friends of mine, they'll try to befriend the boyfriend mama so she can still be in the picture. I'll be like, girl, leave that nigga mama alone. Take your ass home. You all over here calling her, want to go out to eat and stuff. You know, that is a way to still be around, to still know what's going on. No. Kata said that actually Shay ended up asking her, was there anything Haitian about a wedding that, you know, she would want to have for a wedding? Y'all already talking marriage? You know, I don't know. I just feel like this is a bit too much. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even got a kiss yet and you asking her about a wedding? She said no, really. She just really wants to be her and her spouse. And that's me. I don't mind it just being me and my spouse. I only, as a gay man, I only want people there who I feel like really support me. And I think that I have been scarred. You have people coming to the wedding, you know, and I feel like, you know, some people will diminish the wedding because it's two men. I don't mind it just being me and my spouse. Whatever they want to do is fine with me. I never really, I don't mind it just being me and my spouse. Then we get Zach. I don't know why Zach was hired on this show. I think that he is too conscious that this is a game, okay? He said that he's thinking about Kata in the villa. He was over there talking to Racist Bae. We'll talk about her a little bit later. Then we get Jen and Gal, okay? Now, Jen ended up asking Gal if he was interested or if he wanted to talk to any other women in the house, and he said KENZIE. And she said, well, you better start pulling for those chats. And he asked, was she upset? And she said no. Then she went and talked to Trinity and Aniyah and said that she had a bad chat and she's annoyed because he told her that he wanted to talk to KENZIE, right? And he ended up taking her advice and ended up pulling KENZIE for a chat, right? Now, I appreciate Jen in this moment because she's being real and Trinity is not, right? And what Jen is giving us is reality TV, and it needs to be said. And let's be real, because we got to talk about what actually happened. I'm not bringing a nigga back to the house to talk to another bitch. As Foxy Brown said, how the next bitch laid up in my shit, giggling, dizzy and shit. Is you sick? I'm not doing it. Now, I went back to look and see who all Gal gave a kiss to, but when they showed Gal, they only showed one of his kisses. They didn't show who the two kisses like they did some of the men that they knew were coming into the villa. For instance, the same way, I believe his name was Chandler or something like that, one of the big guys that kissed Aniyah. We didn't see them kiss two people. We just saw them kiss one person. And so that's what they did to Gal, because I don't think that they knew for sure that Gal was going to make it into the house. But we only saw Gal kiss Jen. So I'm assuming that the other person that he kissed was Trinity. Excuse me, was KENZIE. So KENZIE is telling Gal that he's attractive.
Bitch, where? That was B-I-H. Bitch, where?
And she want to talk to him more, and she has plans on moving to California. she ended up saying in a confessional that Janet's her girl and she doesn't want to mess that up and she want to talk to all of her options. And that's understandable. But when Melanie did it, you seem to be upset because the truth of the matter was Corbin was a option for Melanie. And I blame Bia, right? Because Bia had KENZIE thinking that this was KENZIE Island USA and every man in the house was hers for grab. And it's not. And my thing with KENZIE is I'm not mad at her for getting chose, right? It's the principle of the situation. But I must say, while I'm kind of annoyed with KENZIE, there is a difference. Melanie all of a sudden wanted to start pulling Corbin when things between her and Sincere wasn't working out. But in this situation, Gal is choosing KENZIE. So KC and Sydney ended up having a chat and he ended up telling her that he may pull Titi tonight. Nigga, what do you mean, Mike? What do you mean, Mike? You know you sleeping with Titi tonight. And you know, I think again, this is the part of the impact with KC. He wanted to see if she was going to be upset or not. But my thing is, if she was going to be upset or whatever, were you not going to sleep with Titi? Because you would have had two girls that was upset with you. Just go ahead and say what you need to say. My thing is this, and I was telling a good friend of mine this the other day. You know, you have to set boundaries, and if it upsets the other person, then just so be it. But you have to set boundaries and protect yourself, right? So you have to be honest. If she gets upset, she just gets upset. But you're going to bed with Titi. It ain't no Mike. You know you're going to bed with Titi. Okay? Trinity is sleeping in soul ties. She said that she doesn't want to sleep with Ronnie.
Playing in my mother face. I hate that.
Girl, listen. We gotta be able to say what needs to be said or what isn't being said on the show. Trinity is sleeping in soul ties because she doesn't want to sleep in that room because she doesn't want to see Corey over there sleeping with Mel. And that's it. That's it. That's the truth. She does not want to be in that room watching Corey or watching Mel sleep with a nigga that she brought into the house. That's the truth of the matter. Okay? Amara is doing affirmations. I have a feeling that those affirmations aren't going to serve you, beloved. Right? But, you know, make me a believer. Make me a believer. Then we get Mel and Corey. She told him that her hair will be everywhere. He said, it's all good. I'm blessed. I'm happy to be here. Corey got game. Corey got game. Mel just smiled. And I figured out who Melody looks like. For the longest, I'm like, she looks like somebody. She looks like somebody to me. She reminds me of Tessa Thompson. She favors Tessa Thompson a lot to me. If y'all don't know who Tessa Thompson is, I'll try to add a picture on the screen. The next day, KENZIE says that she feels great with Dylan. But my thing is, if you feel great with Dylan, why do you insist on exploring with Gal? See, my thing with KENZIE is she just can't live good enough alone. Because if Dylan started exploring other women in the house, you would be upset. Then we get Carl ended up bringing Aniyah some breakfast. Carl looks like he's at least 35. Did we ever get an age, a title card telling us how old Carl is? Because that looked like that looked like a grown man. Carl looked at least 35 years old. We got Corbin and KC talking at Casa, and Corbin says bringing Titi and Pramita back to the villa. They're getting ready to run the villa. Okay, he said that Titi and Pramita are like college girls and the girls in the villa are like high school girls. I really am trying to find what Corbin means by that. Right? I'm still, listen, I done watched the episode, I done went to the gym and came back home. I'm still trying to understand what he meant by that, because on one end, KC called Aniyah a grandma, right? But now Titi and Pramita are college girls and the other girls are high school girls. Is it because they're a little more easier, right? And high school girls, I mean, the girls in high school when I was in high school wasn't childlike. But I mean, they was doing grown things is what I'm saying. And the college girls, these girls are doing grown things to y'all. I don't know what he meant by that, okay? KC says what took him 3 weeks with Aniyah is taking him 2 days with Titi. And Corbin ended up telling him the guys are even saying that they've never seen your energy like this before. And I feel like this is the real KC. Aniyah was suppressing that man and couldn't let him be him. And they're just not compatible. And that's okay. Again, I think that we was putting too much on KC and Aniyah because we wanted to see black love, but they aren't compatible, and that's okay. Okay? Corbin said that he hasn't thought of KENZIE since he's been in Casa.
Oh my God.
Baby, listen. Oh my God, baby. I'm telling you, if I am, baby, KENZIE, baby, the way that they drug you in this episode, mama, KENZIE, you got drugged in this episode, okay? But it seems to be no doubt that they are bringing When I say they, Corbin and KC are bringing Titi and Pramita back into the house, okay? They think that Sincere wasn't going to bring Amor back into the house until Melanie beat him at the challenge, okay? Then we get Mel, Jen, and Trinity talking, and Jen says that she wants chats with more guys, and she wants her man to be obsessed with her and want her, and she's confused. Mel said that the night with Corey was chill. They didn't cuddle. They held hands a little bit, and she wants to chat more and see if they match, but she's still open, okay? Zach and Sincere are talking, and they're pretty much weaponizing that they lost the challenge in the kissing and licking game.
Girl, please stop talking. Please stop talking right now.
Y'all went all in just like the girls did. Y'all just lost. So we don't need to weaponize what happened in the challenge against Melody and Kada.
Loser!
I don't like that. Sincere says that Amor is doing and saying all the right things, and it's hard because he and Mel has had trials and tribulations, but with Amor, they've only had feel-good moments. What trials and tribulations have you and Melody had, Sincere? It's only been 3 weeks. Y'all haven't even stepped outside the villa together. Y'all haven't even went on a date. I remember last season was my first season watching, and I remember Mommy and what is his name? Jeremiah going on a date outside of the villa. I remember Alondria going out on a date outside the villa with Jalen. Y'all haven't even stepped outside the villa together. So what trials and tribulations did y'all have except for bombshells coming into the house? Zach said that if you ask me who I see myself with, it's Kada. Yes, baby, because Alana is gone, and we're going to get to that in a minute, okay? Then we get Aniyah, Kada, and KENZIE. They're talking, and they're looking at Carl workout, and Carl is ripped. Carl has a really, really nice body, okay? They ended up talking about the guys at the villa, and they said that the Casa guys are more mature. Aniyah said that she hasn't had a chance to explore because she's so used to KC. I don't like that they're not being real. We have to be real. You haven't had a chance to explore because the guys weren't into you, baby. You had a chance to explore, but majority of the men that came into the house were not into you. It seems like that the only guys that came into the house that were into you was KC said that he was into you, and those guys at Casa, and that was Carl and those black niggas that you got rid of. But it didn't seem like anybody else in the house was into you, Mama. We got to be real about that. That's what happened. That is what happened. Kada said that, you know, Shay is cool. She doesn't want to force anything. And I think that Kada is holding back because Shay kissed KENZIE first, then Kada, right? So it seems like that this is turning into KENZIE Island after all, right? So KENZIE now has 3 options in a house out of 6. So 50% of the men in the house have been going after KENZIE. Now, we haven't seen Shay pull KENZIE for a talk yet, but I went back and looked. Shay kissed KENZIE first, and then he picked Kada. And I really want to know, this is the thing. I feel like that y'all going to show us something like a challenge or something like that. I want to see everybody and how they pick, because I'm telling you, for me, if you ask me, I'm not picking a motherfucker that's coming into the house that didn't kiss me first. Now, I feel like some of the girls, I have to remember, did anybody come over and kiss Kada first? I don't know if anybody kissed Kada first. I know for sure that Corey did not kiss Trinity first. So I'm confused at why, but again, Trinity probably didn't get any first kisses, right? She probably was nobody's first choice. And so she had to kiss, or she had to bring Corey into the house. I mean, and that would really eat at my self-esteem. Out of 12 niggas, nobody thought enough of me to kiss me first.
Oh my God.
And I want to say this. I don't want y'all to think because I'm saying that nobody was into Aniyah or Trinity or anybody that I'm saying, or Bryce or anything like that, that I'm saying that they're unattractive. I'm just being realistic about what we have seen on the show. It's not whether I find them attractive or not. I think that Aniyah is a beautiful girl, right? And I think that she has an amazing body. But what I think of her doesn't matter. I'm not part of the social experience or the social experiment. So I'm just talking about what I'm saying is purely based off of what is going on in the house and what we have seen in the house. Kenzie ended up telling them, look, them niggas, let me not say niggas. Kenzie ended up saying those guys over there ain't holding back. So I don't want y'all to hold back and regret it because you didn't give these great guys in front of you a chance. And Kenzie, you are correct, okay? Now, they ended up letting us know that Alana has left Casa Amor. This is what I'm talking about, baby. Did Alana leave Casa Amor or was she kicked out? Quit trying to pacify shit with us. Y'all woke her up and told her to get her racist motherfucking ass on up out of here before we tell Titi what you did. And we know Titi will beat her motherfucking ass. We know Titi will beat her motherfucking ass. Then we get Corbin and Parmita. Parmita said that she woke up thinking that she needs to start shit with Corbin. And she said that she wants to pick on something to him to talk shit about, but everything about him is so good. He said that he feels the same way. He said that with Kenzie, there were certain moments where she kind of gave him pause, almost like an ick, but not really. And again, I have never seen movie night. I keep seeing people on Twitter and stuff talk about movie night, but baby, if they have movie night, they have to play this for Kenzie, because I'm telling you, if I'm Kenzie and I heard this man say that to a bitch that looked like Parmita, it will break my heart. Right? And it's not even the fact that you said it. It's not the fact that you said it to Parmita. It's the fact that you said it to another bitch, period. That will break my heart, especially after the nigga done DJ'd you.
Well, you nasty.
Kenzie said that she never cheated on anyone before. She's telling this to Dylan. I don't believe Kenzie, because every time she talked to somebody, she called him her man, right? And so you were around the house calling people your man, and you were still going on other chats. I mean, I just don't believe that she never cheated on anybody, okay? Dylan says that he doesn't have the energy to have sexual attractions to more than one person. Kenzie said that's the kind of energy that she's been waiting for. But my thing with Kenzie is you do that all the time. With Kenzie, we always see Kenzie in a love triangle damn near every 5 or 6 episodes, right? And so I don't know. She said that Dylan makes her feel alive and happy, and she like him and Gal. She like both of them. Again, she can't leave well enough alone, okay? So then we got Sincere and Amar. Amar said that she used the baton twirl. Sincere says that he does sign language. That it was his minor when he was in college. I kind of know a little bit of sign language. It's been real dusty, but there was a kid in the neighborhood who was deaf, and so we had to learn. We didn't have to learn, but we learned sign language to kind of to communicate with him. Okay. Then we get Corey and Mel. Mel said that her love language is acts of service, but it kind of takes her a while to trust a man to handle things for her, and she likes to give everything. Corey said that he's super affectionate and emotional, and he's not afraid to be emotional. He said his mom was Puerto Rican and she was very emotional. His dad is Black and they both live in Puerto Rico, but his mom didn't teach him Spanish, and Mel said that she'll teach it to him. Okay. Mel says in a confession that she doesn't know what she should do because her and Sincere left on a good note, and she keeps thinking about the past. This is what I don't understand, because Sincere was talking to and entertaining a bitch in your motherfucking face. You think that he's not doing it in Casa? You sound stupid as hell. And we'll get there in a minute, but I just feel like Sincere is not doing all he could do in Casa. Not because of Mel, it's because he's just not really into Amara like that. I think that it's just something there to do, right? But he's not really into her like that. Okay, if it was another girl that kind of looked like, probably a lighter skinned girl like Mel or Soul, he would be more interested, but he's not really giving me that he's into Amara like that. I'm sorry. Okay. I am a people watcher. I am an empath, and he's just not giving me that. His energy is totally different from how we saw him all giddy with Soul and how we seen him with Mel. Okay. Then we get Jen and Ronnie talking. Okay. Jen said that she knows that she's gorgeous and stunning, and her whole time in the villa outside of Gabe, she's been second guessing herself because she's used to men drooling over her. Okay, she said that Gal hasn't showed interest in her.
You a damn lie.
That's not true, Jen. That's not true. He has showed interest in you. He just wanted to explore his options. Okay. I think that the general consensus amongst the girls that if a man pulls someone else for a chat, then they're not really into them. And I can see why they would think that, but I don't think that's the case. They're just trying to find the best connection. The problem is, I don't think that the show has done a great job of finding good-looking men for the girls to be interested in as well. right? I just don't think that the show did a good job of hiring a lot of good-looking men. Okay. Now, Ronnie, remember, Ronnie is the person who Mel picked to bring back into the house. Now, Ronnie ended up kissing both Mel and Jen. I went back and looked. He kissed Mel and Jen. Okay. Now, Mel ended up kicking him to the side for Corey, right? And now he's here with Jen, and it may serve him well because the shit with Mel is dead, right? Now he can focus all his energy on Jen, and he may make it past Casa. He may make it past Casa, and Gal might have just shot himself in the foot, okay? Ronnie ended up reassuring Jen, who was feeling down on herself, and he lets her know that she was gorgeous. They ended up kissing, okay? Now, we've got Mel at the villa. The Mel is stamped with love from Casa Amor. Wish you was here. And then there's pictures of all the men, okay? There's a picture with Zach with Racist Bae outside of the challenge with his shirt off. Sincere with Amora outside of the challenge with his shirt off. KC kissing on Titi. Bryce with a foot in his mouth, which was during the challenge. And Caleb and Jaden kissing. Nobody cares. He and Jen wasn't really together like that. They got together because, you know, they was kind of forced together. So I'm not shitting on Caleb. I'm just saying nobody cares, okay? Then over at Casa, there is a envelope stamped with love from the villa. We got Kata kissing Shay doing a challenge. Mel just looking at Ronnie. Trinity kissing Corey in the photo booth. Aniyah kissing Carl with her leg over him outside of a challenge. KENZIE, a picture with her tongue out with Dylan. And Jen, I don't think that they even really showed Jen. Oh God, Jen. I don't remember them showing the picture of Jen. Now, I will say this. I don't like that they did this, and I don't like the way that they did this. I think that they should have sent pictures that summed up what the partners was doing at Casa and in the villa, right? Like an average of what they was doing. And they didn't do that. For example, we have pictures of Kata kissing in the challenge, but not KENZIE and Mel. And it almost feels to me like the game is rigged for certain people to win or who they want to win.
Pocket.
So when the girls got the message, when the girls got their mail from Casa, Kata immediately started crying. She feels like that it was the first night. It wasn't, okay? Bryce says that he's thrown off because he hasn't kissed anyone outside the challenge. That's because nobody wanted to kiss you, beloved. That's because nobody wanted to kiss you, beloved. Right? As Chris Rock said, a man is only faithful as his options.
Message!
That applies to Bryce. You were playing in Trinity's face. You was playing in her face. You was trying to spark something up with you and Kata after she did you 3 times. The fact is, you didn't kiss anybody at Casa because nobody wanted to kiss you.
Yup.
I want Zach out of the villa. I feel like that he's too focused on the game and he's dishonest. He immediately felt bad because he said that Kata is kissing in the challenge, and now they sent him a pic of him kissing in the challenge. And she's gonna think that he's moved on. To me, I just feel like it's so dishonest because you kissed that racist outside of a challenge. We all saw it, and that was the pic that they have of you. But you can't even be honest with yourself and admit that. Where Kata has not kissed Shay outside of a challenge at all, and they literally had to send a picture of her kissing Shay inside of a challenge. And what Zach is doing is not honorable because you did kiss that girl outside of a challenge. You did. Mel is crying, trying to convince ourselves that Sincere was caught in a challenge. But
Girl, stop!
Stop it. The man was playing in your face in the house, and of course he's playing in your face outside at Casa. Okay? Aniyah, when she saw the picture of KC, she said, fuck, why does mine have to be with the Filani braid bitch?
Wait, bitch.
Why does mine have to be with the Filani braid bitch? I want to see what is the girl name? I can't think of her name. The black girl from Summer House on After Sun. I can't wait to see what she has to say once Aniyah has brought up black women's hair on this show. Because I thought this was nasty work from Aniyah. Did I say Alana? Aniyah. I want to see what the girl has to say about Aniyah talking about a black woman hair on this show, the Filani braid bitch, right? But what Aniyah said to me, the Filani braid bitch is crazy, but it's really telling about her insecurity. She wasn't upset that KC was kissing another woman, right? Not that KC was kissing another woman, but why her, right? Why you gotta have this bitch? I'm pissed was her exact words. Why you gotta have this bitch? I'm pissed. So now she has called Soul a hoe. She called Super Safe a hoe. She called Soul a hoe. And she called Titi bitch a bitch twice. She has now called Titi a bitch twice. That is some nasty work. That is some nasty work. Support Black women, right?
So
That's some nasty work, okay? KC said that he was thrown off by Aniyah because he never got a leg up. And they have a picture of Aniyah kissing Carl with her leg up on top of him, okay? Bryce says that Trinity likes guys with tats and she never dated a white guy. He wanted to say that she got her type, a black guy and a black guy with tights. I'm out the villa, right? Sincere is trying to find something wrong with Mel's pic. He said that he'd rather see a pic of Mel kissing instead of the pic that he's seen with her looking into Ronnie's eyes because she looked at him like that before. So in the glam room, Kata is crying. Kenzie says, I do give a shit, but it fucking hurts. But she didn't expect anything less from Corbin. Okay? Well, of course you didn't, because he left your picture. He let you know, bitch, I'm done with you. I'm done with you. Okay? Aniyah said again, I knew it was gonna be the bitch with the Filani braids.
that's wrong.
And Aniyah is trying to literally force herself to cry.
Tears.
Okay, come on.
Tears. Them fake tears be coming.
Okay? She said it is easy to be discouraged in here. So she's internalizing it and making it about her. Okay? Now, she did say she feels like a hypocrite because she's exploring, but seeing it steals her. And then she went right into game mode and said it sucks because he may not choose me at the end. And it's crushing and hurting her. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying that it's crushing and hurting her. I think that Aniyah is trying to make herself feel bad and cry and force these tears out because the other girls are doing it. But I don't think that that's how she really feels about KC. I'm just not buying it. I'm not sold, okay? Now, I do like Trinity. I wish she had more of a good experience in the house. I think that she is needed because she gives a lot of real talk. And she says what the viewers want to say. She said, bitch, what y'all gonna do? I know y'all ain't want a number two, but they got number twos. But the thing for Trinity, for me, it's hard for me to take anything that she's saying is genuine because I see the game that her and Bryce are playing. You can't fool me, baby.
Cannot trick me. You cannot trick me. You.
She gonna get the girls to bring other people in the house and complicate things with their couples, and her and Bryce are gonna be together. They're going to talk about the other couples' drama and instigate drama between their couples. I see the gameplay already. Okay, back over at Casa, Titi is telling the girls in the glam room that KC said that he's not gonna switch up on her. Okay, and so she ended up asking Parmita, how does she think KENZIE is gonna be? And Parmita said, I'm not scared of her. I'm not scared of her. And then Sydney said, KENZIE just likes whoever likes her. Ouch. Ouch. KENZIE, baby, when I tell you, baby, they dragged you, mama. They dragged you. Okay? Corbin said that he doesn't feel any type of way about KENZIE. He said that he's happy for her. Not feel. KENZIE got played. And she didn't even realize it. Caleb was more her speed. Slow down, little red Corvette. As Aretha Franklin say, baby girl, you still a flower. You was out here trying to play the fast game, baby. Caleb was more your speed. You knew Corbin was too much for you. And you got played, mama. Corbin was with you to stay into the house, okay? KC is telling the guys that he's thrown off by Aniyah. He's never seen her that happy before, and he's not happy for her. And he said that he doesn't give a fuck either. He said that she's on a thin line. Somebody asked him, did he think that he was on a thin line? He said no, because he literally spoke life into her every single day. And I think that that tells Aniyah's mental state in the house. And everybody is saying that what he was doing to Aniyah was performative. I think that he was trying to give her words of affirmation if that's her love language. The problem is we didn't see Aniyah reciprocating that to KC. We didn't, okay? Sincere says that he's 50-50 on Amara and Mel. I don't believe Sincere. Again, I'm an empath and I'm a people watcher. Sincere doesn't seem alive with Amara. He seems dead with Amara. Let me give you an example. I feel like, look at KC and how KC is acting in Casa and how he was acting in the villa. It's the opposite for Sincere. In the villa, Sincere seems more alive and happy and full of energy. Over here with Amar, he seems dead. The truth of the matter is that Amara is too boring for Sincere, right? Sincere needs someone with a little bit more spice to keep him on his toes, and it ain't Amara, and that's okay, okay? We get Kata, Aniyah, and Mel talking, and Mel said they look desperate. They've given the boys so much power, and they look stupid. They're over there having a blast, and we need to give our all to these men that's in front of us, okay? She ended up telling Kata, Shay is a big dog compared to Zach. Zach is a puppy, okay? Aniyah ended up saying that she has really good conversations with Carl, and all of the girls end up agreeing to cuddle with the men that they're coupled with in the villa at the moment, okay? Jen and KENZIE have a talk. Jen says that she's not worried about Gail talking to the both of them. It won't mess up their friendship, okay? KENZIE says that she had a great conversation with Dylan, and Jen ended up asking, is that not enough for you? And KENZIE said, I think I'm very into Gal. I always picture myself having surfer babies, and I like his vibe. When I tell you that KENZIE is a nasty bitch, that is a nasty, nasty bitch. Girl, you can't leave well enough alone. And I feel like you're not reading the room, because Jen was basically asking you, well, why do you still want to talk to Gal? You having great conversations with Dylan, that's not enough for you? You want to take my man too? But Jen, I feel like you should have came out and said it. But see, she's not cunning like Bia tried to do, right? Bia knew that Gabriel was into KENZIE and her, and she tried to go and push KENZIE towards somewhere else, and she was kind of aggressive with it. Jen is just trying to, is that not enough for you? Like, basically, leave Gal alone, because I'm really into Gal. And you messing up what I got going on, okay? But I mean, I will say this, Jen, you can't help it that KENZIE got chose. You can't help it that KENZIE got chose. What's she supposed to do, right? I didn't pull your nigga. Your nigga came over here and pulled me. You get what I'm saying? What is she supposed to do? Okay. Then we get Jen talking to Ronnie. She said that she liked Ronnie. Ronnie seems chill and funny, but she is attracted to Gal. So are you not attracted to Ronnie? I don't think that Ronnie is a bad looking guy. I watched some of my favorite reviews after I get through with my reviews, and they said that Ronnie had a colored teeth in his mouth or a dead tooth in his mouth, and I really wasn't able to see it for the longest until this episode, but you could barely see it. So I'm trying to understand, do I need to get a new TV or something? Because I've been watching the show on my phone sometimes and also on my TV, and I didn't see no brown tooth, but I kind of seen it this episode, okay? Ronnie does seem like a cool guy. He seems like he would be a great friend for any guy to have, okay? Then we get Sincere. He says that he's missed Mel a fuck ton, and Bryce says that he's been looking through the pictures, and that's what love is. You have to be willing to take the risk. And yeah, you have to be willing to take the risk, but don't forget that you took that risk with Kata.
Yes, baby.
Right? You took that risk with Kata 3 times. She dissed you 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And you only missed Trinity because nobody is giving y'all the time of day. Shout out to Soul for speaking the truth. Nobody is giving y'all the time of day. Again, I'm not trying to come for Bryce or Trinity and say that they anything about their looks. I'm just talking about their experience in the villa. What we have saw is nobody is really giving them the time of day. Okay. Carl ended up pulling Aniyah for a chat. Aniyah has an amazing body. She has an amazing body. Okay. Aniyah says that she wants to continue to explore Carl. She said that she's a lover girl.
And bitch, who? Who?
When? We definitely haven't seen Aniyah give love a girl. We haven't seen it. And if we didn't see it, it means that she's not into KC like that. And we have to be honest about that. She's not, we haven't seen her in her element with being in the lover girl moment because she has not really been into KC like that. We probably would have seen Lover's Girl if Sincere would have coupled up with her. Or if Sean would have coupled up with her number 1 and her number 2, but we haven't seen Lover Girl from Aniyah because she's not like that with KC. And that's who she's coupled with. And we haven't seen it because she's not into KC like that. And that is okay. Okay. She said that Carl is checking out of the boxes and he ended up kissing her. And from my people watching, from what I see, I didn't see a spark.
I don't give a fuck what y'all saying. I don't give a fuck what y'all saying at all.
I didn't see a spark. I don't think that she's into him either. But I think that of the men that came into the house, from Casa, he was the most respectful. And respect will get you far. This big old nigga coming over here squatting me and shit, and then this other nigga slamming y'all on the tree and shit, baby, no. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And again, who is bringing these men into the house? I really want the girls to have really good options and not seem so forced to be with people that they don't want to be with for this game. And well, not just for the girls, I want that for the girls and the guys. I do think that we need to step it up in the bombshell department. I think that we need to have the cast being around 8 and 9s, and I feel like when we bring the bombshells in, they need to be perfect 10s. They need to be perfect 10s, not a stain on them. Okay? We ended up getting a chat from Mel and Corey. Mel says that she feels embarrassed, and Corey says, when is it enough for you? And she said that she's getting to that point where she's done with the bullshit. Okay? Now, while they're talking, Aniyah and Kata are trying to sneak where Mel and Corey are and trying to encourage her to kiss him. Okay? Corey's ended up telling Mel that he wants to be there for her when she's going through her hard times. And he knows that she's thinking about somebody else and he's not used to it. But every moment with her has been great. He said that wherever she's at, he wants to go straight to her when he sees her, and it's a gravity that he feels towards her. And she deserves nothing but perfection. And there's someone who is going to give that to her. And I feel like that Carl is saying all the right things, but she didn't kiss him. And she has to be ready to kiss him. But I do feel like that he's saying all the right things. Okay. So we found out and that was the end of the episode. I do think that Mel should give Corey a chance, because it seems like Mel has not tried to explore. You didn't really try to explore she didn't really try to explore with Corbin like that, right? I think that she got with Corbin in case there was a recoupling, she wouldn't be put out of the house. But she didn't really try to explore him like that. And the thing is, I do not like the fact that Sincere has shot his shot. I'm not counting Amara because I don't think that he's really into Amara. But he definitely shot his shot with Kata. And he definitely shot his shot with Soul. And it didn't work out. And he came back home. Whereas I think that Mel is doing herself a disservice. You got this guy in front of you. He's, saying all the right things. He's handsome. And he hasn't really done anything to betray your trust or make you look crazy or stupid like Sincere has. And so I think that she ought to give the guy a chance. Okay? So in the next episode, they say that there will be a recoupling. You get the chance to either stay with your current couple or recouple with Casa Amor. Okay? Now, if you ask me right now, I think that everyone is going to stay with their couple except, of course, Caleb and Jen, because they was forced together, right? I think that Jen will now choose Ronnie, of course. I think that Corbin and KENZIE are going to recouple. And I think that KC and Aniyah are going to recouple. I think that Mel should stay with Corey, but I think that it may be too late and he didn't have enough time to really woo her over, and she's in love with Sincere. But I do think that she looks dumb because how Sincere has played in her face, okay? Corbin, he wasn't into KENZIE in the first place. He played with her and her pussy just to stay into the house. KENZIE is going to recouple because she's hurt, so she's going to recouple with Casa. KC is going to recouple with Titi for obvious reasons, and Aniyah is going to recouple because she's not sure of what KC is going to do, okay? But what do y'all think? Do y'all think that Mel should stay with Corey? I think that Corey is more her speed. Okay, I think that he's doing and saying all of the right things. And do you guys see a spark with Sincere and Amara and I'm missing it? Let me know. I love to people watch, so I can tell when somebody is into somebody. I do not see a spark with Sincere and Amara at all. Okay? And do y'all see a spark between Aniyah and Carl? And I'm missing it. And not because y'all want to see a spark between Aniyah and Carl. Do y'all see a spark between Aniyah and Carl? Because I'm missing it. Okay? But that's all I got right now, you guys. Thank you all so much for clicking on the video. I really appreciate the love and support. And I will see y'all later. Adios.